Welcome to Self-Care Society. Welcome to Reflect and Realign. My name is Danica Breisha. I'm going to be your guide for today's session. So good to see y'all here. How's everyone feeling? How's everyone doing? I got the gift of covering this class sort of last minute yesterday, and I'm so happy that I get to do it because it feels like it's been so long since I have done a Friday class. And I used to, if you've been with Self-Care Society for a long time, back in the day, I used to teach Monday morning, Wednesday night, and Friday morning. But then for a while, I think I just taught maybe Monday, Wednesdays. Anyway, it's been a while. And I used to teach a Reflect and Realign class on Fridays. And I loved it. It felt like this beautiful way to wrap up the week, get intentional, look towards the weekend, reflect, all of that. So anyway, we have a great class plan today. I'm excited to be here with y'all. Hi, Esther. Hi, Erica. Hello, everyone. Just joining. And yeah, thanks for giving me the space to be here with y'all and guide you. So anyway, my name is Danica Breisha. If we have not had the gift of meeting yet, if you are ever new to Self-Care Society, please say hello in the chat so we can welcome you. Okay, let's get started. So as I mentioned, today's class is called From Here Forward. So it's all about just sort of taking inventory of what we have right now and what we want moving forward and how we do that with more intention. So it's nothing fancy, but it's effective and powerful. And that's why we're here, is to be intentional with our lives. So we'll start with a quote from the lovely Miss Oprah Winfrey, who says, "The way through the challenge is to get still and ask yourself, what is the next right move? Not think about, oh, I got all of this to figure out. What is the next right move? And then from that space, make the next right move and the next right move." Okay. So I'm very guilty of this as well. I look at my long lists and everything that has to get done. I love to think 5 years down the road, all these things. But what beautiful advice to remind us that we just need to decide what our next right move is, whether that's the next move you take in the next hour or today or for the next week or whatever it is. We just need to take the next right move. Okay. We don't have to have everything figured out. Okay. So keep that in mind as we go through our class today. We're going to start with some gratitude. This is a gratitude dump. So we're really just kind of jotting down all that we're grateful for, and gratitude never gets old and it never gets ineffective. So do a gratitude dump, listing anything and everything you can think of from this week that you feel grateful for. And you might start each piece with thank you for. Okay. So my examples, I said, thank you for a week visiting with Bill's dad and his wife. Thank you for some focused office time to take care of lots of pending tasks. Thank you for a gorgeous family hike and a waterfall at the end. Thank you for my commitment to my fitness and health. Thank you for all the amazing people I get to work with in so many unique ways. Okay, so just a few minutes here to just dump out all of the gratitude you can think of for this week. Okay, because identifying and saying thank you for gratitude brings us more things to be grateful for, and it shifts our perspective to look for all the things that are working. All right, so 3 minutes. About one more minute. Share in the chat. Would love to read your gratitude. Start wrapping up. Would love to know what you're grateful for this week. Okay, come on back. Again, if you want to share anything, feel free. I always love to know what is lighting you up right now, what's going on in your world, what you're feeling thankful for. Gratitude, I don't know, it's been probably a decade since I've been practicing gratitude really consistently. And I will say I feel right, like it's a typical state of being for me to just feel really grateful, and to just see all I have and all I get, and to see that glass half full in so many capacities. So I really do think the practice works. Erica says, I'm grateful for all the daffodils coming up. Ooh, yes. Elizabeth, thank you for my curiosity to keep expanding. Love it. Caitlin says, thank you for an amazing week to ease into my new job. Congrats. Beautiful. Beautiful. What else? What are we grateful for? Esther says, I'm thankful for the rain, family, my business, new clients, thankful for new experiences. Carrie, I'm grateful for safe travels back from a lovely week in Palm Springs. Thank you for great books to read and listen to. Thank you for sleeping in my own bed. Thank you for my job. Yeah. Karen says, thank you for my son's quick thinking when he almost got scammed with his debit card. Oof. He knew exactly how to stop the process and call the bank. He has listened. Oh, I love that. Man, I feel like I almost got scammed this week. And I like to think that I'm pretty aware. I don't know if it was a scam because I didn't go through with it. But yeah, that's so scary nowadays. Like what? Oh, yeah, I'm glad everything worked out. Okay, so we'll move into our next exercise. This is a bit of a longer exercise, and it is your wisest coach. And this is something that I sometimes do in the monthly planning workshops, but it's effective no matter when you do it. And it's really beautiful at the end of a week. Okay, so it's a clarity exercise. Bear with me. It's kind of a long prompt and example here, but you will have spaciousness to do it. Your wisest coach. So you're going to imagine you're working with an amazing coach who is incredibly loving and graceful and empowering in their methods. Okay. What feedback would they give you about this week? Okay. So you're going to fill in the blanks. Here's your weekly report, your name. First, I want to celebrate. You did so well with. I noticed that. You struggled with. Next week, let's put some energy towards. Just a reminder that. And lastly, okay, so my example, here's your weekly report, Danica. First, I want to celebrate that you prioritize fitness first thing every morning, even when you had plenty of other things to do. I want to celebrate your ability to juggle so many different things, as well as the communication skills you and your partner have. You did so well with setting yourself up for success, knowing that you don't have much work time next week. I noticed that you avoided the creative tasks, even though they'll likely move the needle the most. You struggled with stress and overwhelm in some areas. Next week, let's put some energy towards being fully present with the girls and letting parenting them solo while Bill is out of town be enough instead of trying to do so many things. Okay. So, and so on. Right. So again, you're going to have 5 full minutes here. I want to give you spaciousness to do this. The next exercise, we're going to be building upon the prompt next week. Let's put some energy towards. Okay. So just to note that when I call for the last minute, if you're not there, jump to that prompt and just make sure you get something for that. Okay. I'll remind you. All right, 5 minutes. about one more minute. If you haven't already, do the prompt next week. And as always, if you want to share anything, feel free. Okay, come on back. I hope you felt some spaciousness for that exercise. Caitlin says, next week, let's put some energy towards being aware of negative self-talk. Just a reminder that you're doing the best you can with what you have. I am so proud of how far you've come. I love that, Caitlin. Beautiful. Yeah, if anyone wants to share, of course, this is a lengthy exercise, so feel free to pull out pieces if you'd like and drop them in the chat. As promised, we're going to move into our next exercise and we're going to be utilizing the prompt next week. Let's put some energy towards, okay? So it's an intentionality exercise where we get to kind of bridge the gap between this is what would be helpful and here's how I'm going to do it. All right, so intentionality, next week's actions. You're going to take the answers from next week. Let's put some energy towards above and make a short list of actions that you can do that you can take to do this. Okay. So my example was that I wanted to really put energy into just being fully present with my daughters. My partner's out of town for a few days working, so I have them mostly by myself, I think. I don't know if my mother-in-law is going to be here or not, but I didn't get married. Sorry. I just referred to my partner as my husband and his mother-in-law, but I did not get married, did not tell y'all. So I'm just putting that out there. It's just easier for communication's sake. So I don't know if she'll be here, but anyway, my point is I tend to try and do like work and watch them and do all the things. And it leaves me consistently feeling like I'm never doing enough. And so my commitment is next week while I have them and he's out of town, like just parenting, because that is a huge full-time job in itself. So my ideas of how I could do that. Well, I can plan ahead for an outing each of the days. So we have a plan. I can use this weekend to really make sure that any work-related stuff that needs to get done is ready to go. I can write a vision for how I want my days with them to go. And I can release the guilt for using screen time so that I can make meals and take care of the house and get the things done that I need to get done. Okay. All right. So a few minutes here to take what you came up with next week. Let's put some energy towards and think about a few different ways that you might take action on that. All right. One more minute. Feel free to share. Okay, come on back. I hope you feel like you have a plan. You can share that in the chat with us if you'd like. We are going to move into our final exercise. So we're just doing 4 today because we had that lengthy one. And this is a manifestation exercise that allows us to look forward in the immediate future, right? The next, keep in mind, our original quote was like, what's the next right step, right? Like, what do I need right now? What's the next right step? And this class, as you know, is called From Here Forward, right? So I'm in this moment, right? We've done this beautiful reflection. We looked at our gratitude. We know how we're moving forward next week towards what we want to put energy on. And even more immediate is the weekend ahead of us, especially for those of us taking this live on Friday. We have a weekend ahead of us. And so, what a gift to take time to plan. Okay. So, what is the story of your weekend? All right. Write the story of your weekend ahead. If it were to be the best case scenario, what do you need? How do you want to spend it? What would nourish and fulfill you? Okay, my example, I got the best sleep and feel so refreshed. Bill is busy prepping for his catering job, and I am focused on keeping the girls busy. We got so much done in the backyard. I had always felt like I couldn't do it with them in tow, but I involved them and set up safe boundaries that allowed us all to have fun in the sun. Everyone slept great because we kept busy, and I feel well prepared for the next few days with Bill gone, and so on. Okay. So, your opportunity in these next few minutes to think about how you want your weekend to go and to write the story. Okay. A few minutes, and then we'll come together and wrap up. About 1 more minute. If anyone would like to come on camera and share anything from today, raise your hand. Excuse me. Come on back. If you want to share anything in the chat, let me know. If you want to come on camera, you can raise your hand. I always overschedule us, so I rarely have time for a volunteer. So Karen says, I've got to hop off, but this class was exactly what I needed. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Karen. So glad to have you, and I'm so glad it was helpful. All right, if no one wants to volunteer, why don't we pull a card? Why don't we pull a card for our weekend? Because, and if you don't have a traditional work schedule, that's okay. You can just let it pertain to whatever you want it to pertain to. Okay. So I'm pulling a card from the Good Tarot deck. This is like we've been using this one for a while. It's simple, it's quick, but they're fun. And they're also positive because ain't nobody got time for a little negativity on a Friday morning. Right? Am I right? Right. Okay. Caitlin, thank you. Okay. The card is number 21, World. 21, World. I feel like I've never pulled this card before. Maybe I have, but I do not remember pulling it. So let's see. 21, World. Okay. Perspective. I'm being called to shift my perspective on my life now. When I remember I am first and foremost an immortal soul experiencing life as a human being, I have no fear. I can see clearly that I am a powerful co-creator in a divine partnership with spirit. Aligning myself with spirit, remaining unattached to outcomes, I am a conduit for miracles. Shift your perspective on life. Have no fear. I'm a powerful co-creator. I am a conduit for miracles. Well, I will take that. I will take that. I will believe that. I will carry that with me as best I possibly can. I'm really doing work right now on my mindset in general, but money and like the subtle things in life, right? Like I shared in my sort of reflection on Instagram the other day, my 5 years sober and pretty much 11 years sober. Hi, Noelle. Thanks for popping in. I shared that what makes it almost harder to change things. It makes it almost harder to change things when they're subtly affecting us, right? When it's like it implements us in these ways that are kind of subtle instead of like this big catastrophe where you get arrested and whatever. And I feel that way around like my money mindset and all that, and just kind of mindset in general. So that subtlety, right? Those little subtleties. So anyway, thank you all for being here. What a gift to be with y'all today on a Friday morning. I will see you next Friday morning with Kate Northrup. Cannot wait for that. Hope to see you here live. Otherwise, we're always in the community and love to hear from you. So have an amazing day, a nourishing weekend, and I'll see you very soon. I love you all. Bye.